Welcome to Breathing Spell, spoken word lullabies for stressed out people of all ages. My name is Amelia, and this is Season 1, Mapping the Midnight Country, an inclusive, invitational journey into your own internal landscape for rest, healing, and growth. Each week, I'll invite you to a different place inside your imagination to unlock your own body and mind's innate wisdom. Today's practice offers you a space to release any pain you may be carrying, whether that's a physical pain or an unwanted emotion. It could even be unwanted thoughts. This is a practice you can return to again and again to release pain, whether it's something you're carrying with you now or a memory that you've brought to mind of past pain. This practice includes water imagery, a body scan, and some focus on breathing. For more information on the techniques used in this practice and others in the series, go to breathingspell.org. If you're new to meditating, you may find you fall asleep during the session, and that's okay. I'll alert you at the end that the practice is over. For your safety, don't drive or do anything else that needs your full attention while you're listening to the practice. And definitely get in touch with a mental health professional if anything arises for you in the practice that you'd like to talk more about. And if your mind wanders, that's also okay. Just widen your awareness to include your thoughts and the practice. And the same for any feelings or physical sensations that may show up. Just let them be there. If you like or dislike something about the practice, that's fine. Just allow whatever arises to be there without trying to change anything in yourself. But that being said, this is your practice, and you're welcome to take it in any direction you like. For now, just take a moment to get as comfortable as you'd like to be. No need to rush. You can take your time. You could be sitting, lying down, standing up, walking, any way your body feels like being right now. However you rest now, there's plenty of time to adjust and to find what's most comfortable for you. And now, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, and we'll begin the practice. So as you're getting comfortable, you could let your awareness move from your thinking to your breathing. Just finding your breath wherever you can feel it most in your body right now. Just noticing your breath moving through your body and your body moving with your breath. Let it in and let it out. Just seeing where you notice your body moving with your breath. It could be at your throat, your chest, maybe your belly. It could be somewhere else. Maybe even your arms or your legs, or your toes or your hands. It could be anywhere or everywhere. Every part, every cell in your body moves every time you breathe, even just a tiny bit. You could feel the ripples of your breath now, moving out from wherever you're feeling your breath the most, rippling all throughout your body. And as you're breathing in and out, and feeling the ripples of movement in your body from your breath, you could, if you like, feel that breath moving up and down, moving through your body like a wave. And as you breathe in, that breath rises all the way to the top of your head, and maybe it pauses there for just a second or two. Sometimes the breath can do that. And as you breathe out, maybe your breath travels all the way down to your toes. And maybe it pauses there. So as you're breathing in and out and up and down, like a wave moving through your body, that wave rising to the top of your body as you breathe in, and then traveling down your body all the way down to your feet as you breathe out. It could be that your breath is a little bit longer than usual as you breathe out, because it has to go all the way down to your feet. Just breathing out as long as you can. And you can let go of anything your breath has been carrying that you don't need anymore. Just releasing that out. So I'd like to invite you now to walk with me through a labyrinth. Maybe you've been to walk through a maze or a labyrinth before. Maybe one that's just lines painted on the floor or dug into the earth. Or maybe with tall walls made of hedges or stone or wood. So if you've ever been to a maze, you'll know that a maze is a place to get lost. It's full of turns and tricks, and it's meant to confuse you and puzzle you. And being in pain, or having an unwanted emotion, or unwanted thoughts, is often a lot like being in a maze. You can try whatever you can to get out of it. You can try to distract yourself, or ignore it, or ask for help. And sometimes one of these techniques will work, and you'll find yourself out of the maze. And sometimes you'll get out, and you won't even know how you did it. And so today we're going to go to a labyrinth, which is very different from a maze. A labyrinth has only one path, one single path, from beginning to end. And there's only one way to go, and that's to the center. It takes no effort, because it guides you where you need to go. A labyrinth is a place to go where there are only right answers. It's a place to go when you feel lost and you want to find yourself. And we'll be visiting a labyrinth today to release your pain. So if you come into the labyrinth, you'll travel down the path, looking at the walls all around you. Maybe they're hedge walls, maybe they're stone walls, maybe they're made of wood, or hay, or flowers, or maybe it's something else. And you can walk down the path as it turns, seeing only the high walls all around you, feeling your feet on the earth below you. And so you might turn left and then follow the path as it curves to the right, and then follow the path to the left again, seeing the high walls and only the walls. And then you come, when you're ready, to the heart center of the labyrinth. And in this labyrinth, the center is big and wide, a circle that stretches all the way to the horizon. And here in the circle, you can see nothing but sky. Whatever time of day or night it is, you can see the vastness of the sky, so big and open. And you're surrounded by space in this big, open area full of space. As you're here in the center of this labyrinth, in the heart of the labyrinth, seeing the sky, the clear sky, just a big empty sky and a big empty clearing, filled only with you. Filled with you and filled with space. Here you can feel that space all around you, surrounding you. And you can feel that space inside of you, where your breath is moving through you, rippling through every part of you. And you feel the air on your skin, and your breath inside you, almost as if the space outside of you and the space inside of you were the same space. Feeling that space just on your skin, and feeling that space stretching all the way to the edge of the horizon. That space in front of you, feeling that. And feeling that space behind you. feeling that space to the right, and the space to the left. Feeling that space above you, stretching all the way to the sky. And even feeling that space below you. And the space inside of you. Feeling that space in all directions, all at once. Just feeling that sense of you being here in this space, just at this moment in time, and being part of that space. And here, as you step into the space, there is nothing to do. There are no problems to solve. There are no demands on your time or expectations of you. There's nothing to think about. And you're welcome to just be here, however you'd like to be. And just noticing now where in your body you can feel your pain. Maybe you feel a little twinge somewhere. Maybe there's some pain that you're noticing. Maybe you've been noticing it all along. And maybe it's not a physical pain, although it could be. But maybe it's an emotional pain. Maybe what you feel is something inside of you that doesn't feel quite right, not maybe what you would like. It could be from something that has happened earlier that you're still carrying. It could be something you're feeling only right now. It could be annoyance or anxiety. It could be boredom or restlessness. It could be impatience or even sadness or guilt. It could be shame. It could be any emotion that you're carrying now, any physical pain you're carrying now. Or it could even be the thoughts running around in your mind. All of these are a form of pain. Anything that you don't want in your body is a form of pain. And whatever it is, it could be big and it could be very small. And whatever it is, your body is giving it a home somewhere within you. So just allowing yourself to become aware of where that pain is in your body, where it's most intense right now. Is it in your throat, chest, stomach, or perhaps behind your eyes. It can be anywhere in your body, around your body, or in your mind. And for now, just focusing on where your most intense pain is. Maybe it has a shape, or a texture, or a color, or a sound. And just allowing yourself to become aware of what that is. And so now in this big open space, just going back to that feeling of space around you and surrounding you and within you. And then feeling again that place of your most intense pain located inside of you. Feeling that place of pain inside of you, surrounded on all sides by that big open space around you and within you. And so now you could move toward your pain, just a bit, moving toward it from any direction. You could float down into your pain from above, or from in front of the pain, or behind, or from the sides. You could dive into the pain, or you could just walk along the edges. And either way, if you creep in closer and closer, splashing on the edges and coming slowly to the center, or if you jump in like a big cannonball into a pool, you can get inside to the heart of your pain. Feeling the pain fully, without any reservation. Feeling that pain completely, and not trying to avoid it in any way, remaining open to the experience of your pain. And as you feel the pain completely, you can ease into it, like you're bathing inside of it, letting that pain become you, fully taking over, bathing in the pain, being part of the pain, loving the pain. All around you is space, vast space, and you're resting in the center of the pain, relaxing into the pain. You are the pain, and the pain is you. Feeling again that big open space stretching to the horizon, all around you and within you. And as you breathe in and out naturally, your breath moves through this big open space and the place occupied by your pain. And then letting the pain spread into that horizon so that it becomes very thin as it spreads all the way to the edges, stretching out. And as it stretches, it becomes thinner and thinner. And as it stretches, it becomes smaller and smaller, fading into the distance. Like stretching gum or taffy, a big piece of taffy stretching and becoming thinner and thinner until you can almost barely see it at all. Allowing your pain to be fully part of your experience, and then allowing it to merge in that big empty space around you and within you. And returning to your remaining pain again and again, and letting it stretch and merge and float away into that big empty space again and again. Feeling the space inside of you and feeling the space all the way to the horizon on all sides. And letting the pain become part of all that, part of you, and the space inside of you, and the horizon, until it floats away in little wisps of cloud, floating away into the sky. Sun, or the moon, or the stars, just floating up to join them. Whether it's nighttime or it's daytime, allowing the pain to float into that sky, maybe like sparks from a campfire, floating up into the sky as you release your pain, as it flies away, or stretches away, or drifts away, all on its own. You may notice your pain is changing as you notice it. Maybe it's getting stronger, or maybe it's getting weaker. Maybe it's moving or changing shape. Just letting it do what it wants as it spreads and dissolves into the space within you and around you. Sinking deeper into the heart of the pain, like you're splashing into a puddle, and the more you splash, the more it splashes away until the puddle is dry, and returning again and again, letting the pain be part of you and part of the big space, and then flying away until it's harder and harder to find. Feeling into that feeling, relaxing into that feeling until it goes away. And so as you go back and return to your pain, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain or unwanted thoughts. Just finding where it is and entering into it, into the heart of it, and then letting it stretch and float and merge with the horizon, that space all around you, part of everything that is you. And you can stay here as long as you like and return here at any time, merging with your pain and releasing your pain. Or if you're ready, you can return through the labyrinth, just coming back to the doorway of the labyrinth at the far end of the horizon. Your pain stretching out through the clearing and dissipating, melting away like snow on a sunny day. Watching your pain just melt and float away like clouds rising in the sky. And as you watch that and say goodbye to your pain, going back into the labyrinth passageway, you're welcome now to allow any last bits of your pain to remain there in the clearing, in the center of the labyrinth, to stay in that space and to leave it there and let it melt away and dissolve on its own. The next time you return, it will all be gone from this place, and the place will be empty again. And so if you like, at the doorway of the labyrinth, you're welcome to find any last pieces of your pain and look through your body once again to see if any crumbs are still there. Turn out your pockets, check your toes, check your fingers, check your forehead or your belly or your chest, where any of the last bits might be. You can take them out and leave them here in the heart of the labyrinth to dissipate and to go away. And then you can return through the labyrinth, moving right and then left and then right again, and the path will take you home. And so as you're returning, you can, if you like, begin to move those parts of your body that feel like moving, that might want to move, and just stretch, noticing your breath where you feel it moving through your body, and your body moving with your breath. Just stretching and seeing how you feel about coming back to being fully present and awake. And opening your eyes if you haven't already. Thank you for listening. This practice is now complete.